Hi, my name is Clarissa. If you've been tuning in, then you have gone through at least 4 of my chapters with me of my personal journey of traumatic childbirth. So, this is chapter 5, and I'm going to be talking about my journey home. So, I got released from the hospital about 3 or 4 days after I went in, and when I got released, the power went out. So they had backup generators going on for the need to use for like the surgeries and stuff like that, but everything else was pretty much blacked out. So couldn't use one particular elevator, but another one was working. So had to do a huge detour. Plus, the hospital itself was doing an addition, so there was construction outside. So it was a hell of a time for my husband to grab the stuff, go to the car, then meet me at the spot that they were going to wheel me out to. Get there, get in the car, we go home, and I had preeclampsia while I was there. Um, and so my legs were really swollen and heavy. Um, and I was given saline a lot because I was given so much drugs while I was there because I was healing from a lot. So I was having a hard time when I was home. I just felt like a loss of independence. I was raised mostly by my mother, who is a pretty independent woman who knows how to take care of herself and definitely knew how to take care of me as well. So it was hard to need help getting up the stairs, and to have to be on bed rest, to need help getting in and out of the bed. I couldn't move by myself. I needed help going to the bathroom. Like, I could not pull my underwear down. So every single time I needed to go, Don needed to help me, my husband. So it was um, it was depressing. It was really depressing to need so much help. I mean, I was very grateful and thankful that I have such a sweet, loving husband who was there to take care of me. But it was hard. It was hard to no longer be able to do things so simple on my own, like go pee and pull down my underwear and pull it back up. I needed his help every single time for a good while. Um, so that was really difficult, and I was in a lot of pain. I felt a lot of guilt for needing so much help, and then on top of that, being so weak and not being able to fully take care of our son the way that I feel like a mom is supposed to. But we get this confusing notion of like, this is how a mom's supposed to be by television and movies and stuff like that, and everybody's different. Like I had explained before, I had a pretty great immune system. Like I was able to do some home natural remedies to flush out what was starting to become stones in my gallbladder. Pretty amazing. And aside from that, which I didn't even have to go to the hospital for because I was able to flush it out in a few days, 3 days to be exact. So it wasn't like they were big; they were just starting to form. But other than that, I've only been to the hospital slash ER twice ever, and both times was because I slipped and fell. One when I was about 8, and the other when I was about 22. So a long gap. And I don't really do pharmaceuticals. I usually don't take anything if I'm sick. Like if it's a virus, I just kind of wait it out, rest and stuff like that, drink tea. So I had pretty good immune system, and then I felt like helpless, and it was really like demeaning. It was really demeaning because I felt like I used to be able to do so much for myself, and I wanted to do it all and be a great mom and all that. I was ready for this. Mentally, not really ready, but I was ready for this. I was waiting for this. So it was really hard. And because I took so long in the recovery room, one of the huge things I really was advocating for was breastfeeding. And by the time the nurse finally came around to help me latch on, the breastfeeding consultant, latching consultant, whatever, my body started freaking out. That's when I started feeling pain in my chest and pain in my back, and there was a team of people. That's when the lady came in to like help me, but um, I was getting prepped to go do a CAT scan, so I didn't even really have that much help. And when I did, I tried and I tried, and he barely latched, and he would be really frustrated. So they had to, I was in recovery, so they had to give him a bottle, and that broke my heart. It still breaks my heart. I had like these wonderful plans of like, I'm gonna breastfeed and, screw formula. It's breastfeeding is so much better, and looked up all the research and of why it's so great, and ended up having to pump and not getting that much, which was depressing as well. So, anyways, yeah, it was really hard. I felt a lot of guilt, and a lot of pain, and I just felt kind of lost. Like I was starting to get the baby blues, and I remember telling my uncle about it. Who's only a few years older than me. He's about the age of my husband, actually, about 5 years older than me. And he was telling me, don't get stuck in that, because you're gonna start getting depressed, and then you're not gonna be able to shake it off. So don't let yourself go there. Just don't let yourself go there. I'm like, all right, all right, all right, I get it. I won't let myself go there. I won't let myself think of all the things that happened when I was in the hospital, which feels like a nightmare. So I'll talk myself out of it. And and he was telling me, your baby's happy, your baby's healthy, just focus on that, do whatever you need to do to be a great mom. And I said, okay, 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 I'll do that. And I've been doing that, but in reality, it's been hard. It's been hard thinking about all of this, which is why I felt like I needed to talk about it, on at least through somewhere on YouTube, maybe. So here I am explaining my story. I'll go further into um, actual motherhood and mental health and bonding, and what I've used to help me be pain free, because it has actually caused extra stuff. So I have nerve damage, which I'll be talking about later on. But I have pretty bad nerve damage in my back. The nerve damage from the C-section is, you know, a year and a half later, doing a lot better. I only feel weird sensations sometimes, but I'm okay. Mostly it's my back, and I deal with that back pain pretty much daily. So I'll be talking about that later, but thank you for listening, and I appreciate it. So